How be the letter Kwaba?
Amine. Adom. That's what you say. Moja idea fi sign wa yemu. Ama nyame akan ya kan atase for yemu de. De be ya ne se be ka Nyankopon ya dase. Se wa ma de pachi na ya we bia emboye amane bia ntuye. Eye mpa bo se nyan wo twi ya oni ya hya ase yi. Oni ye be fa na wo twi mu. No de adepa. No aton sopa. No de nshira ka ho. E de amaye ene ebusua. Any Ghana for you now.
All right. Limnyam for Kofi Bente, the pride of Session also constituency. I don't know what to say. Me believe you. I pray politics that we do in this country does not change your person.
Sure.
When Kofi apart from somebody doing one dance, you've demonstrated it. So I pray.
Sure.
And there are very good men in this party.
Sure.
Very decent men in this party. Yeah. I always say the likes of Hudu Yayamo, the Tobi Kwache, very, very decent people.
Sure.
They will do their politics, but they are very careful.
Sure.
You know? It's worrying. Now, Sefi, you also before. No, we need to be hopeful all the time.
Yes.
It doesn't matter the challenges that we have raised here. I'm still telling you that the NDC is still capable of managing the affairs of this country.
In fact, Ghana is capable of managing Ghana. If it even takes us 1 million years, we should still be hopeful that we'll get there.
My mom would that. My cost was at the room. And no one say, be paying to me free Nazareth. Yeah, but they can do it.
But maybe
they can do it. Equally, you know, yeah, Casas is here. You teacher, Emma Greek minister, you teacher, Emma finance minister, you teacher, Emma works housing minister. So we know that people are working. You teacher, Emma gold board for some major video, modern bio. We are not saying this, say, and block, but there are still challenges that we think that it can be re-looked at and carefully it can be attended to. And what one is which means that there's still hope for the next 3 years, 4 months, for Ghana to stand up and stand up right under John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Mumuba will still throw reminders of certain things that you promised that, which we think said, it's not important. Right? So you also know Boko. They say the spotlight never see you so. You know, they say the down. But it's good. It will give you time as a party, as a government, to quickly do a lot of things.
We hope so.
Because they say my home didn't could do party. More peace of mind because we can this has space no much union. Omo fan to turn your man tempana bibia go come. It's good. That's I make sure a works and housing minister and the response to the about parliament. I was so impressed.
Yeah.
That's
and this is about a third time. Gentleman. But not
very
easy. It's working. By the time that we'll finish with all what you are saying, now they are also heading towards the same situation.
No,
because they are going to start their branch, constituency, regional, and national elections from next year.
But you know the difference between one major difference between the NPP and NDC.
What's the difference?
The NDC is able to crack the whip and bring everybody in line to toe the belief of the party.
Oh yes.
Your party believes in individualism.
Oh yes.
You know, this is it. This is it. You know, this is it.
We don't believe in that. But that is one thing for some of us. We believe that it is hard times. We take that strong and hasty decisions when it comes to those things.
Nobody can mess up in NDC. You follow the lines.
But
Captains
no
Captain Ben 991. The vice captain.
You see, apart from said they will be doing you know that they are also going to have a presidential practice.
No problem. But I'm saying they are more decent when it comes to making sure parties.
That is how you have assessed them. That's how you have assessed them. But
when the NDC gives directive that nobody should talk, nobody should go to Asumesi, nobody to pass here, everybody will follow. When you give directives, look at the clauses and the act and the laws that you come and justify why you are supposed to do ABCD. Once you join NBC, contract, they don't care who you are. But in your case, the constitutional provisions of the co-meanings and all those.
But if the constitution have provided that means, you have to.
Sometimes, you know. Oh
yes. Now something now. Alan so on to us no chole taba so wajai party no.
Na me go fala say ba na. No me can say. No kura no.
You see sometimes yes, because you are part and parcel of a party. So if you behave childish,
then you childish, or for lack of a better word, childish they are not. No money ends near
election. I've lost the primaries. Doesn't take it since said because I said because I lose elections in the major party.
That's not what he said.
But what did he say?
He said that the MPP that he knew move from the beliefs and the traditions of the MPP.
What is the belief?
What is the belief? What is the belief? More crooked.
No.
More transparent.
In what way?
More dishonest.
In what way?
Watch them.
The people who went and queued to vote for presidential primaries. I don't know legitimate people who have a vote to go and cast their vote.
Okay, so boy, come on, my party to say.
Top down. Akonya we tsunami chia yakefo ananepi. Na me chia the general secretary of our party. And let me say this. Say party people should understand. So the general secretary is the administrator and the convener of a message of decision of the party to party people and then the general public. So if a decision is taken and the general secretary communicates to the people, does not mean that the general secretary take an electoral decision without reckoning to the party's structure. And let me make this also appeal to the rank and file of the MPP. Say, where we have gotten to as a party, there are three main things that we need to do. We have to restructure, rebuild, and recapture. And we can only do that when we come together as one people and fight for a common goal than our parochial interests and to large extent our selfish and greedy interests. It will not help us. And then the last thing, I want to make this passionate appeal to our presidential officials, those that are to say that they want to contest as presidential candidate for the party. That's a party they should manage and also know what to say and where to say things. About 9 of them.
9?
Yes.
Okay.
About 9 of them. And apart from them, those who speaks for them and those who are campaigning for them, say, omukufi omufo musunie no mundas no mundwen ansa na sebi bibi ebe friwe numu aba ebe friwe numa. And I want to say this, that anybody who is supporting any aspirant, whether Baumiao, whether Kennedy, whether Brian Champon, some of us have decided to come together. If you go and attack your opponent or speak against your opponent negatively, and now say, Ubeko Ako beating the drum of tribal and religion, will also come after your candidate. Because I don't think it helps us in any way. I am meeting her, me and Craney, 100%. But my wife, chimney. It does not mean that me kwako see me ye pe and I me kwako said ni parents no. Ni catch me say me and Craney so mama worry no. So sometimes when I look at some of our own party people, especially those that they claim so omasian dia kwechre, no money madie. No one see they have masters and doctors and professors, as you are saying. He said people can have doubt in their friends and their degrees. No, that will be bring your friends drumming. Your friend is a tribal and religion war. it will not help us. Me, I don't do that kind of thing. And let me give you one example. My constituency, that was my former chairman. Now he was going for an election. The first chairman, Mr. Bowa, and I know some of my people are watching. He formed, because it's an Akan, and my constituency, until recently, that Jefferson Baye, Akan as a parliamentary candidate. All this while is guns. CS Scrap, Okule Norte, your friend is saying, Robert Saba, and myself. We are all guns. The MPP always feel a gun candidate in Ablikuma Central until recently. So going to be like Jam baby Kokaseo, or be a Pepeni, or be a Nogna, or be a Christian, or be a Muslim, it will not help. In fact, a childish. And when I look at people who claim the most sure they could do it, now will be yet that kind of politics. I ask myself, what kind of your friend is teaching and what kind of knowledge in a sank of one war? Because yet Kumuhai or mine. So your friend is saying Osofu
Apostle Selassie.
Not sorry, it's not far from a mosque. In fact, you go to some places, you see a church and you see a mosque. We have lived together as one people. In fact, when Nanado decided to build the cathedral, one person who contributed to the building of the cathedral was the chief imam. In fact, when your friend is saying, I saw for a cat is off for Korea, I'll see your Yankee. No. Oh, Catholic priest or wager.
Father Campbell.
I mean, look at the number of times he has also been to chief imam. I think there's somebody who celebrated his birthday or some program, chief imam or the cathedral. They were Jubilee opposite. We have lived together. So when I see and I hear some of our people a bit religious and then ethnic politics, it saddens my heart. And I want to beg with them. Let's desist from it because it will not help us in any way. And on my
I see. More.
Because and now me know can say none of fear they are about 100 youth. We are promised 24-hour economy. We were promised 3 shifts and apart no upon 12, no be about 12 to 4, not 4 to 8. We were promised. But today, on my due almost 6 months, 7 months, Bank of Ghana, ye yomedi. Shipping authority, ye yink of ready. We were promised. Instead of us as a party to look at all these things and say, what is the fate of these people? In fact, even military in Mpensenpensenmu will have been sacked.
I said, no, the sector minister. Abechim
said they said
we need to just be truthful to ourselves so that we get the results that we want. Well, going by what the sector minister said,
your friend is saying, Asempa, and he said, Ube Kai or Mampini, and I'm a
that's correct.
Until me count Mampini said, and then 23rd of June, until Minyam Mano more primary ni secondary school, or Munyam sanitary partner. Oh, so new.
So near you, my dear,
me say, they say, me need to my BIA, and to be sorry. No matter for the 21 days promises of the NDC, as well as the NDC manifesto and check. Me bonya me paye, the tosu me no say. Oh my, you see, Russia, Ukraine. Anya effect, I will Ghana ha. Ubekai, what's the Russia, Ukraine? Anya any effect, you will Ghana ha. Anya any effect.
They all kind of in communities.
No, because me say me bonya me paye say Russia, Ukraine.
This prayer.
Anya effect to Ghana. I'm praying to God. And then Monday say Iran and the Israel war should not have any effect in this country.
When you get these opportunities and platforms, your best is to propagate for the good of Ghana.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm doing.
Calm down.
I'm praying.
Calm down.
It's a prayer.
I found once now before.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Calm down. Yantia who was say, Yansa and so ye che edware. Inti yes say better to your yi. And that's what I like about what the Bank of Ghana governor said, that it is time for them to also look at buffers so that those external shocks will be back. A back be pim actually, but pim bubuye move from sir.
Okay.
So now we can suggest to government that it's incumbent on them to put in those buffers. Clearly, it is the best way to
and that is the best
way.
If we are putting, if we are advising this,
now
say we are putting those buffers, no, then I want to appeal to politicians, both NDC and MPP, that today as we are in government,
that's fair.
And those that are in power today,
that's fair.
And so we say no, and I hope Honorable will not tell you, say, you stop me from coming here.
Hey, now
to say panelists of show can just tell you, say, I'll stop you from coming to this station. No. Or say, I will stop you from coming to this station. That's what he said.
Contest, no.
What is the contest?
It could mean that
No. Or say the station. Or say, I will stop you from coming to this station. And then when you host the car, you your host or your panelist say me and have the audacity and the courage to tell a don't justify it. Because they are regular panelists on the show.
I beg you.
No, they own the show.
I beg you. Don't use words like that.
No, it's true. Yeah, they own the show. There are two people who own the show. Just check from last year.
It doesn't change the mathematics.
No, just check from last year.
Sometimes get to news file. And then when you watch news file, there are regular people for almost 6 months or 3 months or 2. It doesn't matter.
Please, that would be an indictment on the
No, I'm saying don't do that. Don't do that.
Look, even if the person is not even in the country,
my goodness. It doesn't make them own the show.
Okay, fine, Omati. I know you defend because you're also in the media, so you definitely.
But that's the reality.
Okay, fine. But the substance of the issue have not changed.
Well,
that's why I may say CSO. Sir, your friend is saying, or mom say, me groups, or me way. That's why I may say I don't respect any of them.
It's too harsh.
It's not harsh.
No.
Because my example.
Why are you doing this morning?
Where is let your vote count when we want power?
But what is
no, I'm giving it.
But what is called politics? It's full of strategies.
So
to ensure that you win power.
So you see what the man said? He said that you use us for your political gain.
But if you cannot discern, and at a point in time I'm here, and I tell the two of you that
is
hold on. You are a political strategist. If I come to sit here and tell you that the next person to win presidency for us is Cheddar. Because Cheddar, Watoka, or Dressikama. Now me convince you now we actually because who's a part of Cheddar administration. What problem is there?
So that's why you are now understanding me.
I don't understand. It's a strategy at any point in time. You want
when you portray,
hold on. You want Baumia to win. Is that the case?
Yes, I want him to win.
So you're putting in a strategy. Is that the case?
I'm not putting. I'm selling a candidate that I believe that
that's a strategy.
That's
a strategy.
That's how you see it.
Yeah.
But me, you know my political affiliation. But when you come and pretend yourself or present yourself to the public that you're a neutral person, right? And we want to say, oh dear, me say, meanwhile, no, say now can you na me can.
Yeah.
Who say be my omu say omu the tree, omu your friend is saying. Odan. And so me peteku. They have cloned themselves. That is why.
Not because honorable Ebe may have I say you will you are confused. Me, especially me in particular, in my management philosophy, the Biamicaturo, I believe in the bottom up.
Yeah.
Until me campaign, my shabo, because a politician back also on the on shop and a damano say I don't promise anything.
Because only the war.
No, me say this Jumana mesre say me kwakoye no. Suma. Na suma no so me de be sum manfo no. Enti me ni wo mu hia ye di nkita ho no. Wo mu nkyere me ade a ehia wo mu. ade a wo musoma me a me nkopere emra na menya kwanya na abeye ne saa eno ne major campaign message kofo ne gitumwa to the sense ka say we like it because politicians nkra mo chihye bo no kra wo mu nisu no mo de ebi de abeto ye be list e bo no ne de enti bebre ti say de ofia enti ema menya in fact confidence so me philosophy na me pursue say Ghana for you confused outside there on MPP because more mu leadership penifo binom say wo pese mo ya ade no free so de come ekofo so go form for no so esa mu ye form for na fi obi ni badu trupa to say ewura yes can je o nyina a comment o ye na nka me pese hunu say bia ye ntimi anko meeting ni bi no amko ye no na nka that say David Roman
no because I'm a member of the Constitutional Amendment Committee. It is our report.
It's a top bottom.
Yes, because
top bottom.
Look, I can give you one. There is nowhere in our report that we suggested for whether top down or bottom up. There's nowhere in our report. Secondly, look. What issue we buy.
So what are you practicing on your coin? What are you practicing?
What we said, you say the report, the proposals that we have received so far, the people are calling for us to conduct a presidential primaries first. First. But after having an extended electoral area college, after, and you can say, look, this electoral area college, we see inclusion of all former MMDCs from 2000 to 2024, Kufuor's administration, Nanado's administration. All former members of parliament who are card-bearing members. So because we are members of parliament, former, who are not card-bearing members. An example is Gifty Clelam. He was a former member of parliament on the ticket of the MPP. Now he says he has gone to NDC, so he cannot be at the electoral. We said all former ministers and deputy ministers in Nanado's and then Kufuor's administration who are card-bearing members. And we said all former constituency executives and regional executives and national executives. So, and now I can say, the constituency executives from 1998 till date, we have made them part of the electoral college. At the regional level, at the constituency level, at the national level.
So Afoko qualifies?
Afoko will qualify if his suspension from the party has been lifted.
So Afoko is still on suspension?
So far as I'm concerned, amnesty has not been given to, or not just like Kobe Japan, any friend says Sami Crab. So if Afoko own has been lifted, Afoko have the right as a national. In fact, he even have a right if by on the 19th of July you call Congress, then you propose as the tuma, you even have a right to even attend that meeting as a former national chairman.
Now we are confused.
We are not confused.
General Secretary say amnesty granted to all manner of people.
Okay, say amnesty is granted to everybody with the exception of those that on one kasa extra man so why party like a chairman thing.
Afoko trauma.
No, me can say that you are quoting the General Secretary.
I've not talked about Alan Kojo.
And I'm saying, if Afoko, the suspension, no, you are lifted. And now I say Afoko, and your letter, my say wajai party now. Afoko pay the General Secretary amnesty, no. Afoko is welcome back to the party. And this one, somebody was telling me, say, oh, he will not be surprised if Afoko decided to come and contest for national chairman's position. Before entering, that's what somebody was telling me. So, automatically, the electoral college, where there's a bone of contention, when it comes to the expansion, the polling station level, and then the electoral area. The electoral area, now you have one person as a copy, the party constitution. 10 police stations made up an electoral area.
So what is Boache Jaku speaking to, and what is Honorable Ken Japan speaking to?
All the committee meeting, I never exempt myself. All these people appear before the committee In fact, we are and Sesanka ye free Obia Krapo. But because we know and we heard that they are potential presidential aspirants, in fact, I was the one coordinating between them and the committee. I called each one of them. You can ask a Jaco, you can ask Kennedy. I called all of them and asked them, do you have an interest of contesting as a presidential candidate? If you say yes, okay, fine. Then we want to invite you to our committee meeting to come and tell us. We propose as a Yarisi, we want to share with you. Now, why do you now the other? With the exception of Kennedy Ejekon, who, when he appeared before the committee, he proposed latest by March for us to have our presidential primaries. All the other people, Eka said they have no problem if primaries is even held as soon as possible.
So top, bottom, there.
Others of the view say to me, extension we should use the extension to elect our presidential candidates. When we finish with the presidential
addition of these personalities,
exactly,
you maintain the old guards, add these new ones, and then join.
It is up to the party to decide. Say the current 5, we are giving you amnesty Muntuaso, and now say, and then it is subject of decision of on the 19th. The party cannot relax general secretary because so more holding in our head. No.
Okay, so what is
how long would the police station election be? Look, it can take a week or 3 days. So all these things are all these things are cost. I ask myself, but where is this thing coming from? Because automatically the current regional executives, when there's a coalition view, and that's one coalition view, and that's one coalition will lose, automatically he becomes a voting rights at the regional level. The same applies to the national. And all the former coming together. Where we have, I'm thinking people will be talking about it, is the electoral area. The electoral area, no, you were one coordinator, having 10 polling stations under him. And the point is, say, look, if on my in the electoral area, zone A, now on my in A2 and there's a party activity who coordinates the polling station in that electoral area. So therefore, going forward, no, let's go by the electoral commission electoral area demarcation. Instead of we having 3 coordinators, as I'm speaking with you, let's have only 1 coordinator with 3-4 other people as executives.
Okay,
at the police station, no, you were 5. Let's add additional 2, 7. And the other 2, no, we have created position for them, communication and elections. So these are the issues that I ask myself, what is really happening?
There is a lot happening, even from the diasporan angle, how they come in to vote. China, US, Canada, London, France, all of those people. How I'm nominate you to come and vote for the flag bearing contest. Someone said, "Enokrano," and she said, "Atusi."
Oh my, that's all these things.
So your strategy is skewed towards making Bawumia the leader. Is that the
That's
case?
never true.
But that's what is happening.
That is never true.
Okay,
no, oh my.
Ah, that's a simple question. So why are you worrying about
because that is what people have, and I ask myself, how can you tell me, say,
a strategy
by this thing, it makes Bawumia automatic leader or Bawumia can win this?
Hey,
what are you talking about?
One now they don't get another pay.
I'm surprised.
The same group of Koyi, no one am first of the current college.
Also,
political
strategy is one you are
doing. No, workers already the strategy.
Me as a member of the committee, look, just 1 minute. When we met as our first meeting, and I respect our committee chairman, Lawyer Frank Davis. Also, look, apart from the party, ordinary Ghanaians are looking at us as a committee to come out with something that at the end of the day, it brings the party together. So yeah, it's a 9-member committee. Anybody who have anybody's interest, fatwa bonting. The bigger picture is the new patriotic party and no any other person.
So neutrals are difficult because if you sit on a committee that you are coordinating and your interest is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you think that you can be fair with your coordination. On the
7th of December, 2024. Did you see J. Mensah going to cast her vote?
Okay, so so
it doesn't mean that
any party your government is in power.
Sure.
What are some of the things over there go we can be hopeful, we can smile to so far
no de o man me ye nyina me de me ka no kra metigana ha fiti se mani efi kakra me hu amamuo ene o man enhyehyɛ me hu ye kra me hu Rollins Abreso ye president me hu no yewura don Adekunkufo ye ba nana Ado yewura Professor Mills ne JM me hu nyoma bia bia asisi Ghana ha mfia me hu nyina chi me hu bi da je afi yes nyoma bia
si mentie di operation
me Ghana pa se mate se amane itim kra bem se mate se nyoma ye to no odwa so ne bo ye tete so me de ba bia me fire me krom se wi oso be drum kuma se be drum kran ba bia ma tena bo bre nyina me hu sa de ni bi da
Uti.
Meti ba mi bebere o.
Wa uti ye pa o. Uti me bebere.
Say if I no pa we akwasinsi o ka kire me say me invoice idea bre na bo no idea hihya no enioma no ehwinhwan.
Man me say enye obi se me de enye akwasinsi ase me say me
enam ben
otonko store nam.
Man so so ton
me say ono
na so so ton
I'm not checking my invoice just this morning.
Okay, then you check yours and let's see.
Man me say me de enye obi say we call pump na me to fuela ye mitua no so ate me driver me nam ye nyina di ho adanse doctor me madam for doctor eye specialist bi no to offer me better 6 years me rate and can offer me kofi ma ba no mo ya ade bi say anwa na to no gallon 45 cedis no to koyo to no 25 cedis. I'm saying yes, that is how it should be. Benefit na eba no efiri nhihye ya infa ya boye trimpo say de omani say ko duru ye no aye duru ba bi nyina kan yen wo ye de kora ko yesika koro na na de kodwom kodidwa sika na akatua na yesen say de na nyoma bo ekuruhuri inflation eko 50% our income levels no enko nu say den a ahokyere be ba wo so ene ye ntu akatua. And so nyoma bo form. What does it mean? Just say ye botomu na ho odin no de economics for friends and purchasing power no emu ayedu. Enti yes Ghana. Research
are you running away from that? Don't
fact.
There's a provision shop just
no never come
away from that.
Oh my na bon carry the media making Ghana for nyina
stop it. Don't tell me no that I'm stop it. He's speaking to an issue.
No.
He has mentioned
that's anwa yellow Ghana kasi.
The only thing now did you time we started Friday we started the market.
Now quite the one every day
that small market between 400 Ghana cedis. 400 Ghana cedis. What are you talking about? So you TMO and money on your swap for. This is provision said oh higher. Free power. Na ideal milk. Na your 8 cedis. Could come say
power.
Mr. Free power. No, he's also when he was talking,
let's not do that.
I'm just giving you an example. When we were living power, I did make one thing. And now look at 11 pesos.
When you were coming to power, now I didn't milk it.
Yeah, but you have upon CCDs. Yeah, people are not ACs. And now I look at 11 pesos to go with him higher.
That's a progressive society. We are not stagnant.
So don't say. Who feel your pocket?
No, in the first place, no. Obubuana and Kosu are baffled.
Then abafo. And I mean, apart from rice on oil, then
you admit say we are baffled.
Oh. And then me can say
rice oil. And
that's why I asked you say your invoice who ton nam. No, say pa obi o ton nam.
Yeah.
Na kon obi a say enyo people that catch me a. Your status always tell me how good you are when it comes to
okay, all right, to ask him. And
you have a very big store, I'll deal with now. Now, Aponchi now,
Cape Coast MC is your chair.
Oh, good.
Former.
Sure, yeah.
Ernest,
classmate. Yeah, my classmate was. Oh, okay, my classmate. Okay.
Ofege.
And honorable.
Yes,
sir. Mode Ghana for the Oman Shayense, Bosumi in Sieni. You see, a best son of mine. Minim. Say, Winya, and can no man walk from among one to Intesa. Now, Uncle Yes, a baby Diana, we didn't store why and tell you, we didn't store one now, what I did, and ya catch us, a bono yatum. Ye, and no afekra. And Abusum in Sieni. The American, a yanokre, but Jatum say no cre. Madame Ganyanokre. May say, Busum in Sieni, the American, would you tumpa say and cre, and men confuse Ghana for. Now, ya dear, ya na ye breast aberoni dear, your whom soon saw, your whom a banshee say ya, a bois ama. O menimu ayemre said you know and one and one. Missy, what about other commodities and Usuni Boy say senators? How I mean him. A baby of me finance person party. Me, I'm feeling I'm inflation. Missy me or money the end to why? Because I know me spending lines. Maybe I know my list. Father and bra. Yes, na yɛhwɛ ma why we dey yɛm focus ma mama is up to enti we dey person nyina Saturday we dey enti yɛn 400 Ghana na tobo enti tobo ye be hyehyɛ moko red one 120 and do let's say and do red one 120 sana me talk I went with my small sister na ekodi idwa research agenda. So I try say send me evidence. Ubenya evidence do ubenya pa. So Jenny. Me conscience on Jenny for no more. Pa Jenny. Ah my. It was a Jenny I fool. The small sack. The small sack of Jenny. 650. The small sack. Oh my. Buyer. I will come na di buyer fiba. Who come and di buyer fiba. Buyer back 30 Ghana 40 Ghana buyer back. And me maybe I do jano. Amani. Hey, you will not do bazaar. Hey, it's also a cook room. Of course, I'm saying, what man say, let me free Techiman Cran. Honorable. Monsieur, say, what my wife, the Techiman is different from Accra. I don't see free Techiman. So if you will above from, if I don't be the thing that has happened from talking. It has not been the misunderstanding between the president. I just want to allow him to talk. Just 1 minute. Allow him. No, 1 minute. Let me tell you something. Allow him. Mama, when you are going to say, I didn't tell because I know say it's an issue out there. Because I'm here. Me say drawn attention. Say no, I give you one yet. With all these favors, obviously me question on why I feel the me who ever Ghana. Person Ghana for better me because you are misleading Ghanaians. Don't worry. If you don't want it to come out of my mouth, I'll correct. So me na one person make Ghana for the ye Philippa Bayre. And no chi your crab are free Techiman. At the faka I say 500 cedis am Sunday for Techiman. By them minya back. And this that be Makatro say money unless also the free Techiman. It should give me the quantity. So what Ghana fufuro baby what the for list of way to say the make say na be me no wait me you listening na bra. I'm a one at a lower price. Who committee by your parliament? Do you want to know? Yes. I'm on the business committee. Oh, okay. So there's a business committee there, there's the money and then program was share my enti tobo na head the aircon. Me say bosumi sieni. Wo hu de eba. Me hu ye. Kra. It say o man titire na ye no. Reset na ye no. It say de yabo adweyansa. Ye be no makoma. Inti areas are enro ho nyina no nhihye enam kwan mu a eba meka toro se by the end of the afu enko na wie yenko na sia na aban nhihye no bebre be fi ase aso aba no Ghana for na bedu ada se enye wo politician what has say also your committee members what declare say we support one candidate enye wo de na Ghana for ebeti ye hwe me better am declare mo bi can direct say support Dr. Bobia we also have a catch committee na ya ti say ye mfa je wona san so coordinate na bi a we referee san so yes and I don't stop for supporting and declaring support for Bobia Japan how transfer that committee they even they say they know where I stand. No problem. Say how many Fuel go form. Medium feel another good news about my house or the top platform so anytime oil refinery. See, yeah.
Those are some of the buffers.
Is this a case?
Do
you know why?
Some of these things.
Calm down.
Calm down.
You know the reason why I laugh? Because President Obama catch you say, "Talk, GMPC, any boss,
my brother,
their inefficiency, you go to bring them together.
My brother.
So if today the same person comes and tell me, say, "Talk, Ebeye Juma," I'll laugh. I'll laugh.
Mr. Open so you treat nearby or shop so in the
Ena ye hunu say sika ye de kokra farm refined oil from Abuja this year we spent about $400 million. Enti si epesi ye sidi no gina na eso mfa so ye sesi Ghana fo nyina ye hunu no kosoa eye bebrede a nyoma binumu a ye kra ye fi si ye betumi ayo ha no ye mfi ase enye enti sesi a yen ya ye bebo modin say afi by October tema oil refinery na ye Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe eko energy ministry ho I say sada no metie no na ye me de me bom nsem man o say to be san I refine oil wo ha count on fa so nyina ye nyum so aba say yetimi I refine oil e wo to a why ni e be cut a crude import by 50%. The current consumption of 100,000 barrels per day no you bet me produce between 45,000 and 60,000. E wo ha ye mfa dollar, ye mfa pressure ko $2 so ma dollar enko. Na ye wi a kire mfa so by product a ye benya no. Se refine crude enye petrol ni diesel no ma bebre eni de fertilizer crowd no say nya ammonium sulfate efiri mu. Sa de ya ma di pack e free take away board ni nyina e ye no ma betimi efiri mo ba free. We are looking at the policy. We num nyoma ye said the beya faso ya fi ase enya we sidi no ho te eye den no ebekoso agina amaye governor say ye won hihye bebre a ye de agu akwam say ye sidi no ho be ye dim ko enim inflation nyoma bo eye din Ghana ha dodo ni nyina eye imported not only in the sense say nyoma na e kan sika na ye de ekoto no enti ade no wo ko fa fi aburuchire ho no ne bo wo ho no ye ntumu nanso wo de ofun so ya ne say wote Ghana nti e wo say da bia wo say Ghana sika no bebre edeko ekoto sa de corona aye ntobo no mo wo beduru ha na ye bebre si enim say sa de we high edi enya wo say ye de nan esi so eyie na ye de no nti say president kase ono de on me kan kire on hwe mani nsi na obeka kire Ghana for say ahokire aba no eye oman bi 6,000 kilometers away no ni nua airkunti da bi ono de wahunu nti wada ne ho so di office obeye bia de ekoso wo amama so no emenya nsusanso wo ne manfo so no obeye ne na eno ye different free there ubebisa no question bia school ni awakọ exam ebisa ede ne ha Ghana Ukraine Russia ekun ede ne ha Ghana ya de bi di COVID-19 mi wa enye Ghana kwa so na sa ya de mba enti ye de see enti ya da ye ho so ya nya sua de che lesson point say ye ma nsi
okay Robert me das for this assurance I wish then kawa my timelines in terms of October no amba because any fault it could be something unforeseeable but now if I cover such challenges but I'm happy we want to bring back to life Tema oil refinery. Two things our next meeting no Adoma I want you to have a good understanding of this now and share because I have that information but I want us to have a good call. Two things. Your strategy in fighting that thing called illegal mining. The other one is that if it is true that BOG Onipa 100 and over and everywhere, it could be for good reasons, it could be for political reasons, it could be for other reasons. To Adarama. That is the assignment. Sure. I'm sure our next meeting, I'll revisit it. And then we can have a proper conversation. And that's it. That was Debbie. For numbers, it should
not be selective in sacking people from Bank of
It's not about selectivity. Don't draw conclusions.
Your ministers, current ministers, we have all this information.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the number. That's bad. Just speculation. 0550 575 *550 575 ****. Design and Technology Institute. Esom guso omujini patum se ope se oye na juma na sound na usua ade afufuro kra wa brabo no ma. Design and Technology Institute menka o se o me bibia ma ne dance kra ene saa bia ho no ono ma ontitiye e welding and fabrication mu afi almost ama graphic design, sound engineering, animation and photography in titiye and afi entrepreneurship. Ade ba ko ehia pa ne se omo krata no abodin krata no omamu ni wiase ba bia no eya ade a yaje atum enti konya titiye pa bra wokọ na wakosua no wo Design and Technology Institute. Honorable government me dase se hwe also for so dase for representing their interests. Honorable Ibelizanete without job to the consumer markets any schools no na for data ne bre on for data ne bre on diaper pricing. The quaboso kind
quantity idea mom.
On this note, me dasi peace also jibre now she be. Onyame aduma. It's a week that is filled with a lot of good things. So grab your own and be positive. Amen. Be a proud Ghanaian and do things that will favor Ghana. Thank you for your time.